Alright, so I was driving my mother's car in Santa Rosa, California, and I was on a street called Range Street. And then I turned left on the Piner where they had a short no turn, you couldn't turn out of it checkpoint. So I went through the checkpoint like normal. I don't have a license. I admit I don't have a license. I showed them, told them I only had an ID. They told me to pull off to the side into the other parking lot. Pull off to the side in the other parking lot. 3 different cops come to my car door, and they asked me, why do you, where's your license? And I told them it's suspended. They asked me to get out of the car. So when I was going to get out of the car, I guess it wasn't fast enough for them, or what it was, but they end up ripping me out of the car, and anywhere, I couldn't count because they were on top of me, but anywhere between 5 to 8 police officers jumped on top of me. And
how much do you weigh?
I only weigh 135 to 140, and so at least five police officers fucking jumped on top of me, and one actually punched me in my ribs on 2 different occasions, at least 3 times on 2 different occasions. I got choked out by their knees when they were on top of me, putting cuffs on me when I was trying to let them put cuffs on me, but they all wanted to touch my arms. So I don't know how they expected to get. I don't know how they expected. So as they're doing that, they're choking me. I can't breathe. So I tell him I can't breathe. So the officer decides to press his knee harder on my face, on my neck. And this is where the road rash on my face is coming from. Is because I got pushed, my face got pushed onto the ground by the officers. Right here, I'll show you again. You can see where I got punched in the kidneys by the officers. They put me in a drunk tank. And even though I haven't drank in more than 2 months, one of the officers, after they handcuffed me and put me on the curb, they were bragging about what happened, and bragging about it, how 800 pounds of officer is going to make me not breathe. And I turned and asked them, do they think that is cool, do you think that's alright? And I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure the same officer that punched me in my side comes up to me and tells me if I keep talking with my smart-ass mouth, he's going to knock my teeth out. And he said that 2 times to me, back to back. And then the paramedics come, and one stayed in the ambulance, one hopped out, didn't really help me at all, just said, you don't need help, right? And I said, yeah.
What'd they say?
Hold on 1 sec. And then I'm like, no, I don't need help. And then he took it as a joke or something and said, it's just a suit.
The paramedic.
The paramedic was acting he wasn't trying to. Basically, he was being an asshole, being a straight asshole to me. They did not help me after all these cuts they seen and everything like that. They kept me in this shirt all night long in the drunk tank.
Let's see the inside
with
of the shirt.
Blood coming out of it. Please notice there's blood coming out of my shoulder right there in the drunk tank when I am not drunk.
That is blood.
Not drunk, not letting me use the phone for 7 hours for some reason. Not drunk.
Oh, they denied your right to a phone call too?
And they did not tell me my Miranda rights when they arrested me. They did not say one word about any of my rights.
And they never
any of my rights. And they gave me a drunk in public. I think it was a drunk in public, but they didn't give me a breathalyzer. So I don't know how that works with not knowing if I'm drunk or not being,
And then St. Joseph Hospital will not take pictures.
So then I bail out of the hospital. I bail out of jail. It cost me. It's $2,500 bail, so I paid $250, 10% to Aladdin bail bonds, and then after my mom picked me up from the jail, And she said, and we decided to go to the hospital. We decided to go to Sutter Hospital in Santa Rosa. And the doctor only looked at me for 5 minutes, didn't take any pictures, asked if I wanted to clean up the cuts before I took pictures with my mom at home. And just didn't, that's just not adding up, man. And I don't know, I just think this and this and this and this and that blood in my face, that might never go off. That might be scarred right there, and that's not worth driving without a license. That's like, I don't have a police record. I'm not a bad guy, so I don't see why they needed to take such force on me. That was not needed and not appreciated. And also, when I was handcuffed and they were bringing me around, I heard the police officers talking. Oh, don't worry, I'll put that he was resisting in my report. Don't worry, I'll put that in my report. So, I don't see how all those officers at a checkpoint could sit there and watch all these guys jump on me. That's not right. You know, I'm not a bad guy. I don't do bad things. I'm not a bad person.
Never even gotten arrested before.
Never got arrested. One time I got arrested and the charges got dropped because it was nonsense. So, this is just me trying to remember what happened. If I remember more, I'm going to press record again and say it. And I'm going to write a written note of what happened too. Because I feel like my civil rights, all my rights got violated. I feel like I got put in jail for nonsense. And they told me I picked the fight with the biggest cop on the force. But I didn't pick a fight. I've never, if you look at my record, I've never I've never been, like, fought a cop. I've never done anything bad to a cop in my life. So, I don't understand why this time they had to do this to me. Like, there's no need to. I did everything they asked me to. Like, I don't know. And when they did handcuff me, one of the officers proceeded to pick me up from my belt and the handcuffs from the ground and lift me up and put me on the trunk of my car. That is that's extreme. Like, kill, I don't want to talk anymore.
And they took my car.